So it seems like to me that most people, regardless of how many problems they have, can usually find something in life that they're good at or that they can contribute to. And usually, even if they, have struggles or underlying problems that they have to cope with, you can find some part of society that you can find fulfillment in. But for me, I feel like the problems I have are not something that I can just cope with, are not something that I can just try to work around. They are things that define my very personality and my ability to do really anything. And obviously, I'm autistic, I'm retarded, and I view this as my mind being fundamentally broken to such an extent where I won't be able to ever really be able to talk to people normally or do a job or learn a skill, because my mind is not just, it doesn't just have like one quirk in some way. It is very much fundamentally fucked up, and I feel like I am different and just completely dysfunctional when it comes to all parts of society, and I just cannot build connections with people or learn complicated skills because I just feel like my mind is not in sync with the rest of society. And I've come to the conclusion that there's just nothing for me in life, because regardless of how much I try to come up with strategies and self-improvement, I cannot get over the fact that I will always be super weird in conversation. I will always be unable to fundamentally understand how to have a conversation and build a connection. I will never be able to get past the fact that I just feel like I have fucking brain damage with trying to like do intellectual cognitive stuff or any like complicated problem at all, like even like programming and stuff. I've tried like many different types of skills, and I seem to fail at every single one of them because my mind just can't comprehend fundamentally how to do these complicated problems. And I've not been able to find much of an outlet that other people have that expresses the same thing I feel like I'm going through. I don't really think there's really any silver lining for me. I think that my retardation goes so deep that it just makes me unredeemable, and I don't know how anybody would ever like me or find me to be like a positive influence in anything, because I'm just bizarrely retarded and awkward, and I'm really just like horrible at everything. And I know that just sounds like low self-esteem or something, but I've only come to that conclusion over years of trying to find something in life that I can be good at or that I can work to. I mean, it's not a good thing to accept that your life is fucking worthless. Like, I don't want to accept that, but I've been going through this same cycle for years, trying to figure out how I can, just be likable and not be like an asshole accidentally, and not just be completely autistic and broken when it comes to anything I try. And I just, regardless of how many strategies I come up with to try to cope with social situations or whatever, I just fundamentally cannot comprehend all the variables of social situations, whether that be body language, whether that be the contents of the conversation, and like what words I should use, what I should respond to, what questions I should ask. The very way you build connections and share emotions with people, I do not fundamentally understand. and I talk in a way that is very weird and just disconnected from regular social convention. So I end up accidentally coming across as an asshole, even when I'm trying to be a good person, just because I can't figure out how to talk normally, and like what I should respond to, or what it makes sense to talk about. Like, I miss cues, I miss important things, important emotions or ideas that are being shared. I'm just like fucking broken when it comes to trying to have a conversation with anybody. And it is so fundamental. It's just like who I fundamentally am. And it's so wide in its scope that I don't see how it would make any sense that I could improve on that to such an extent where I could avoid having that just be like just nothing as an actual social outlet. Because at the end of the day, the way I come up with sentences, the way I respond to things and understand questions and discussions is just fucking broken in a billion different ways. So I don't think that that's ever going to be something I can fundamentally change. I've been trying over and over again to be a good person and to have a positive influence in social spaces, but I'm always the person that people just find to be unlikable and fucking worthless, because it doesn't matter what my intentions are. Doesn't matter how much effort I put in. The problem here is just the way my mind works, and I can't figure out normal social convention or even like complicated neurotypical skills that people do in society, regardless of what I go through, regardless of how many years I've been doing this. Nothing's changed. I don't feel like I've gotten any better because the problem is so fundamental. And I mean, it's just hard trying to find anything fucking good about myself. I mean, it's not a romantic thing being like this fucking weird, awkward retard who can't fucking understand emotions or respond to them. It just makes me fucking just completely unlikable and just look like a fucking inconsiderate robot. Because the way you get sympathy in society, the way you're understood and you're able to still have something socially, is that you're able to fundamentally connect with people on emotions and understand emotions and understand emotional and conversational cues and be able to respond to that correctly and be able to probe and talk about the right things and sensitive subjects or in just casual conversation. That being able to fundamentally understand all the variables and all the cues in a conversation is how you build connection with people. That's how you are liked by people, and that is something I fundamentally don't have. And so, even people who are sociopaths who talk to people will be more liked, and they'll be able to have more emotional connection with people because they're able to at least appeal to social convention and talk in the right way. And I can't do that, so I'm viewed as the most ugly and disgusting and inconsiderate, worthless person ever, because I just fundamentally wasn't born the right way. I wasn't born with the right way of talking and the right way of understanding these things because of my broken mind. And there's nothing I can do to fundamentally change that. And so wherever I go, I'm just viewed as a aloof, retard asshole. And I'm not able to share genuine conversations and emotions with people, even if they are tolerant towards me, even if people give me a chance and are willing to tolerate my retardation. it doesn't matter, because I still won't be able to talk in a way and understand the sensitivities of a conversation to where any genuine understanding can develop. It's just going to be worthless and embarrassing and broken. And I'm not good at describing it either. I'm not good at expressing my emotions or coming up with examples, because my mind just goes black whenever I'm thinking about anything. I can't even figure out how to fucking come up with a way of expressing my life. It's impossible for me. So even this endeavor, me trying to express my problem is basically impossible. And that kind of sucks, because that means I can't even get relief from this. I can't even get release in the fact that I can express it and vent about it. I can't even do that. So I just feel like I'm stuck in this mental prison where, people just think that I'm a lazy asshole who you should just laugh at, I guess. And it doesn't matter if I try harder than anybody else to be a good influence socially. It doesn't fucking matter, because every part about my brain is fucked up, and I can't express things correctly. I can't explain why I can't express things correctly. So there's no escape from this. There's no comfort any place in society. There's nobody who I can properly connect with, even if they're also autistic. That's just going to make it worse, because there's just, there's no way to share emotions at all then. And it's just, I don't know, I fucking forgot what I was saying, because my mind's back again. I feel like I have fucking brain damage. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a job, because I can't make eye contact with people. I can't say the right words. I don't know how to be charismatic or outgoing or likable, or just say the right things, know what decisions to make that make sense for neurotypicals. Nothing about it comes naturally to me. I just I have no idea how I'd answer questions in an interview that are just open-ended and abstract, because that's something they do a lot apparently. I don't know how I'd even make eye contact with somebody or be able to confront somebody, because I feel like the very way I come across is autistic and childish and broken. I don't know. I don't think I could learn a skill that I could use in a job either. I've failed at every type of thing I've tried to learn. I'm not able to do technical stuff like programming. I'm not able to do artistic stuff or creative stuff. I'm not able to really even do simple tasks a lot of the time. I don't know how to even express it, but I'm just completely fucking broken. And there's just really no place in society where I can properly function and find understanding. I think that I'm just bound to be a defect that is too subhuman to possibly find any connection with other humans. It's just, I shouldn't have even been able to survive this far, because if I was out on my own, I would just die and shit, because I'm too retarded to know how to fucking survive and everything. So I don't know.